In previous videos, we looked at Benjamin Moore White Dove, we talked about its undertones, the type of white it is, and we also looked at the types of whites that it goes well with or doesn't go with. This is the exciting video because we get to dive deep into the 7 specific colors that absolutely sing with White Dove. And I'm also going to show you some colors that don't work because when you see the contrast, that's when you really understand why what works actually works and where you might want to pump the brakes and change direction. Now, I do all this with my sample ice peeling sticks. They make my life so much easier, and they will make your life easier too. Don't do sample pots anymore. They're expensive, they're messy, they're not as environmentally friendly, all that good stuff. I've got seriously like 25 colors here, neutrals, colors, everything you need. So grab a pen and take notes because we're about to get into the good stuff. Let me start by reminding you what makes White Dove so special. White Dove is an organic, earthy, warm white with just enough yellow undertone to make it feel cozy without being creamy. It has an LRV of around 85, which puts it in that sweet spot where it's bright enough to feel fresh but warm enough to feel inviting. This is crucial to understand because White Dove doesn't want colors with too much chroma, too much color intensity. It wants colors that feel natural and grounded just like it does. Our first color that coordinates beautifully with White Dove is Benjamin Moore Smoke. Let me show you this pairing right here. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Smoke is about as colorful blue as I would go in this range with White Dove. You can see how the soft blue gray of Smoke just melts perfectly with the warm undertones of White Dove. This works because Smoke has enough gray in it to keep it from being too clean or too bright, and it has just a whisper of blue that doesn't fight with White Dove's yellow base. Smoke sits at an LRV of around 62, which gives you that perfect contrast without being too dramatic. If you're thinking about using this combination, Smoke would be absolutely stunning on an accent wall with White Dove on the other 3 walls, or you could do White Dove cabinets with Smoke walls, beautiful either way. You could also look at similar colors like Benjamin Moore Healing Aloe, or even Sherwin-Williams Misty, but Smoke hits that sweet spot perfectly. Here's where you need to be careful though. If you're looking at colors that are bluer than Smoke, I would tread very carefully because you might need a cleaner white. Let me show you what I mean. Here's a color that's too blue for White Dove. See how White Dove suddenly looks yellow and muddy next to this cleaner blue? That's exactly what we want to avoid. Moving on to our second coordinating color, Benjamin Moore Beach Glass. All day long, every day of the week, I love this combination. The amount of gray in Beach Glass just loves White Dove. It's like they were made for each other. Beach Glass has this beautiful soft green gray quality that feels like sea glass you'd find on a beach, and it has enough warmth to complement White Dove's organic nature. What makes Beach Glass so perfect with White Dove is that it sits at an LRV of around 58, so you get beautiful contrast, and it has these complex undertones that shift between gray and green depending on the light. I've used this combination in so many projects, and it never fails to impress. You could paint a whole room in Beach Glass with White Dove trim, or use Beach Glass on kitchen cabinets with White Dove walls. Similar colors you might consider are Benjamin Moore Gray Wisp or Iced Marble, but Beach Glass is my go-to for this warm, coastal, organic feeling. Our third coordinating color is Benjamin Moore Collingwood, and oh my goodness, I can't even begin to tell you how gorgeous this is. Collingwood is this beautiful gray with warm violet undertones, and it creates such a sophisticated, calming combination with White Dove. What makes Collingwood work so well with White Dove is that it's a gray with personality. It's not flat, it's not boring. It has these subtle violet undertones that add depth and interest without being too colorful. The LRV is around 55, so you get good contrast, and those violet undertones actually complement the yellow base in White Dove rather than fighting with it. I have to tell you, this combination feels expensive, it feels custom, it feels like you hired a designer. You could use Collingwood on an accent wall, on kitchen island cabinets, or even on all the walls with White Dove trim and ceiling. Similar colors that would work are Benjamin Moore Balboa Mist or Classic Gray, but Collingwood has this special quality that just elevates everything around it. Now let me show you why some violet tones don't work with White Dove. Here's a color with too much purple in it. See how we get this Easter egg vibe? White Dove is a bit fussy with violet tones when there's too much color to them. The cleaner the color is, the cleaner your white should be, and White Dove is definitely on the warmer, more organic side. Our fourth coordinating color is Benjamin Moore Edgecombe Gray, and I love this combination so hard it's not even funny. Edgecombe Gray is one of my all-time favorite colors, and with White Dove, it's just perfection. Edgecombe gray is this beautiful greige that has warm undertones. It's like the perfect marriage of gray and beige, and it feels so natural and organic with white dove. What makes Edgecombe gray special is that it's a chameleon color. In some lights, it looks more gray. In other lights, it looks more beige, but it always looks sophisticated and calming. The LRV is around 63, so it's light enough to feel airy, but dark enough to create definition. I actually have this combination in my own home, and I can tell you that it works in every single room. You could also look at similar colors like Benjamin Moore, Accessible Beige, or Agreeable Gray from Sherwin-Williams, but Edgecombe Gray has this perfect balance that's hard to beat. Moving on to our fifth coordinating color, Benjamin Moore Hale Navy. Now you might be thinking, wait, a dark navy with white dove? But trust me on this one, it's absolutely stunning. Hale Navy is this rich, sophisticated navy blue that creates the most beautiful contrast with white dove, while still feeling cohesive and intentional. What makes Hale Navy work with white dove is that it's a navy with depth and complexity. It's not a flat primary blue. It has these subtle undertones that make it feel rich and sophisticated. The high contrast between the dark navy and the light white dove creates drama and interest, but because both colors have that organic, natural quality, they work beautifully together. This combination is perfect for creating focal points and adding sophistication to a space. Think white dove walls with a Hale Navy accent wall, or white dove cabinets with a Hale Navy kitchen island. Similar dark blues that would work are Benjamin Moore Newburyport Blue or Van Dusen Blue, but Hale Navy has this perfect balance of being dramatic without being overwhelming. Our sixth coordinating color is Benjamin Moore Revere Pewter, and if you've been following paint trends at all, you've definitely heard of Revere Pewter. There's a reason this color is so popular. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it works with so many different whites, including our beloved white dove. Revere Pewter is this beautiful warm gray that has just enough beige in it to keep it from feeling cold or sterile. It sits at an LRV of around 55, so you get nice contrast with white dove, and the warm undertones create this cohesive, flowing feeling throughout your space. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are grays going out of style? And the answer is yes, some grays are definitely going out of style, but warm grays like Revere Pewter are going to last much longer than those cool, icy grays that were so popular a few years ago. This combination works beautifully in any room, but I especially love it in living rooms and bedrooms where you want that cozy, sophisticated feeling. You could also look at similar colors like Benjamin Moore Gray Owl or Stonington Gray, but Revere Pewter has this perfect balance of gray and warmth that makes it so versatile. Our seventh and final coordinating color is Benjamin Moore October Mist, and this one is so pretty I could cry. October Mist is this gorgeous green gray that feels like a misty morning in the forest, and with white dove it creates this serene, spa-like feeling that's absolutely divine. October Mist was actually Benjamin Moore's color of the year for 2022, and while it's not the color of the year anymore, people still love it because it's genuinely beautiful. It has this perfect balance of green and gray that feels both calming and sophisticated, and the LRV of around 60 gives you beautiful contrast with white dove. What makes October Mist so special with white dove is that both colors have this organic, natural quality that feels like they came straight from nature. The soft green in October Mist complements the warm yellow undertones in white dove, creating this harmonious, peaceful feeling that works in any room. I love this combination in bedrooms and bathrooms where you want that spa-like, calming feeling, but it also works beautifully in living spaces. Now let me show you some colors that don't work with white dove so you can see the difference. Here's a cream color that's too yellow. See how it clashes with white dove? Even though white dove is a warm white with yellow undertones, it doesn't have a ton of yellow in it, so when you put too much yellow with it, they fight each other. This comes back to that clean and dirty concept I talk about all the time. Here's another example of what doesn't work. This gray is too cool and icy. See how white dove looks yellow and muddy next to it? White dove doesn't like cool icy grays because those grays tend to bring out the yellow undertones in white dove in an unflattering way. White dove wants colors that are warm and organic like it is. Let me also show you a color that's too bright and clean. This green has too much chroma, too much color intensity, and it makes white dove look dirty and dull in comparison. Remember, white dove is an organic, natural white, so it wants colors that have that same organic, natural quality. Now let's talk about how to use these 7 coordinating colors in your space. The beauty of these combinations is their versatility. You could use any of these colors as an accent wall with white dove on the other 3 walls. You could use white dove on walls with any of these colors on cabinets or built-ins. You could even use white dove on trim and ceilings with any of these colors on the walls. The key is understanding the role each color plays in your space. Lighter colors like beach glass and Edgecombe gray can work on all four walls and still feel airy and open. Medium tone colors like smoke, Collingwood, and October mist work beautifully as accent walls or on cabinets. Darker colors like Revere, Pewter, and Hale Navy are perfect for creating focal points and adding drama. When you're choosing between these colors, think about the feeling you want to create in your space. Do you want something coastal and serene? Go with beach glass. Do you want something sophisticated and calming? Try Collingwood or October mist. Do you want something dramatic and bold? Hale Navy is your answer. Do you want something warm and cozy? Edgecombe gray or Revere Pewter will give you that feeling. Also, consider the lighting in your space. North-facing rooms tend to bring out cooler undertones, so colors like smoke and beach glass might lean more gray. South-facing rooms bring out warmer undertones, so colors like Edgecombe gray and October mist might show more of their warm qualities. Here's a pro tip that will save you so much time and money. Always, and I mean always, test your colors in your actual space before committing. Get those sample sticks I mentioned earlier, or better yet, get sample sizes of paint and paint large swatches on your walls. Look at them in different lights throughout the day. This small investment up front will save you from making expensive mistakes later. Let me give you some specific room applications for these combinations. In a living room, you could do white dove on 3 walls with a Hale Navy accent wall behind the sofa, or white dove walls with Revere Pewter built-ins. In a kitchen, white dove cabinets with October mist walls would be stunning, or you could flip it and do October mist cabinets with white dove walls. For bedrooms, the softer combinations work beautifully. White dove walls with a beach glass accent wall behind the bed creates this serene, coastal feeling, or white dove walls with Collingwood on the accent wall for something more sophisticated and cozy. In bathrooms, these combinations can create a spa-like feeling. White dove on the walls with October mist on the vanity, or beach glass walls with white dove trim and ceiling. So long story short, white dove is massively flexible when you give it colors that share its organic, natural, earthy quality. It wants colors that feel grounded and authentic, not colors that are too clean, too bright, or too artificial. The 7 colors we've explored today, smoke, beach glass, Collingwood, Edgecombe gray, Hale Navy, Revere Pewter, and October mist, all have that special quality that makes them perfect partners for white dove, and any one of them will help you create a beautiful, cohesive, timeless space that you'll love for years to come.